this is the logo of our Women's Centre. But there are quite a few women's centres still going, but nowhere near enough. It's about women-centred working and diverting women from prison. And it's based on work that Angela Everson and Claire Jones have mainly done, who have been the CEOs of Women's Centre for a long time. And they've got British Empire medals. This is the model. I don't think you can see all that. There's a lot of clutter over the top of it. But this model shows the woman here presenting at the centre, often with children, met by a support worker. This focuses not on itemised problems, but on her holistic needs. And a bond of trust is built by the skills of the worker, who treats her as an equal. Pressing matters, however trivial seeming, are dealt with first to relieve pressure on her. And with support given, the woman can open up about the past and plan for the future. A range of services available: information, signposting, sending to essential places, advice and support, and individual casework, and then complex casework where a support worker is allocated to work through with her. And then the woman will grow in skill and confidence with the courses available and the groups that she joins. And then she has options to volunteer and even in many cases working as a paid worker in the centre. So the purpose of Women's Centre is to improve the quality of women's lives. And the vision of Women's Centre is to provide a holistic one-stop shop service that combines centre-based and community-based services. One-stop shop meaning that the woman stays in the centre and the people she needs to see come to see her, instead of sending her running all around the town. Women's Centre services are focused on meeting the needs, aspirations and desires of women in order to help them have an improved quality of life. And what do we mean by quality of life? Improving health and well-being, increasing training and employment opportunities for improved economic conditions, raising self-confidence, self-esteem and social interaction skills, improving citizenship and social inclusion, and supporting the development of positive, safe and stable relationships. Many of these women have multiple declarations, and in the survey we did back in 2010 we found that more than half had issues about childhood abuse, disrupted education, health conditions, mental health, insecure housing, fractured families, debt and poverty, recent domestic violence, their children have been abused, drug and alcohol misuse, and victims of crime. 39% had perpetrated crimes. And as you can see, if more than half of them had those issues, they had many of those issues. Each of them had many of those issues. So how we work, as I explained, the support worker listens and hears what the woman's asking for, and together they identify her wider needs. In one case, for a woman, it was to get her teeth fixed, which was stopping her from all her other interactions. Partnership working with statutory and voluntary services, putting the woman at the centre, finding services and opportunities together. Recognising connections between domestic violence, women's offending, poverty, social exclusion, mental health and well-being, considering the outcomes for the children. Recording results and issues and evaluating our work, and projects capturing the voices of women. So the broader work of the Women's Centre over the years, and it is something like 38 years since the centre opened, promoting effective interventions for women and girls, promoting them to the wider public and to government, developing a women-specific trauma-sensitive approach, maintaining the safety of single-sex premises, external provision of domestic violence support for men, and guiding strategic and operational developments both locally and nationally.